My name is Mark, and I'm the ICL Graduate Business School Learning Advisor, and this video clip is on how to write assignments. So firstly, the understanding and planning phase. It's important to read the entire assignment handout carefully to make sure that you understand exactly what you're required to do. And if there's anything that you don't understand, the best thing is to ask your teacher. Don't rely on your classmates and friends because they also may not be fully understanding what the assignment requirements are. Remember, it's very important indeed to practice good time management and especially to think ahead and to plan out your work. So start working on your assignment several weeks before it's due. And think about the best way to do your assignment. If you're not certain, ask your lecturer or the learning advisor. Please don't simply start writing. It's very important to create an assignment structure or plan. Because a structure or plan helps you to create a logical flow of ideas, arguments, and conclusions. A structure or plan will allow you to stay on track, and it'll help you focus your writing. Coming on to the research phase. You have to find your information. We call this your source material, and for that you have to do some research. Sources of information include good quality websites. Just one thing to remember, ask your lecturer if it's acceptable for you to use Wikipedia. Other sources of information include print material like books and journals, or material from your lectures or videos, perhaps on YouTube. And of course, your own original research. You may have been asked to carry out interviews, for example, as part of your assignment requirements. And that's your own original research. Remember, sources that have been used by other people or have been written by other people are called secondary sources, whereas material from your own original research is called primary source material. Coming on to the writing phase. So write down in note form information that's relevant from your source material and go to several sources to find your information. Remember that to answer one question, you may well need to look at several sources of information. Make notes in your own words of what's important that you want to use in your assignment, and keep track, this is really important, keep track of your reference material. And you can do this by saving websites that you've used in your browser. And if you use books or journals, you just put bookmarks or sticky notes or something where you've got the material from. So writing your first draft. Lay out a Word document according to your assignment instructions, and you may well get a template in your assignment instructions to help you. Copy in your handwritten notes and then start writing. And as you draft each section, insert your references. And a good tip is to highlight your references as you go, as you write. Read through, review your first draft, and if you want to, show that draft to your teacher or the learning advisor and make notes of the changes that they recommend that you make. So you come to your second draft. Save a new version on your computer and call it V2, version 2 of your draft. It's important to do that because if anything goes wrong and you delete it by mistake, for example, you can always go back to your first version. So do save a new version for your second draft. And make the changes you've noted that you have to do into your second draft. And again, if you need to, show this draft to your lecturer or the learning advisor. Now we come to the final draft. And again, save a new version of your draft. This time, perhaps call it version 3, V3, or final. And again, make the changes that you need to do. And at this point, pay special attention to your English spelling, to your grammar, and also to referencing. Make sure that it's in the format that we require. And make sure that your writing is in an appropriate academic or business English tone of voice. And by that I mean that you don't write in slang or in everyday speech forms of English. And then do a final review of what you're going to hand in. Make sure you ask the question as to whether you've answered all the questions. Have you really met all the requirements of the assignment? And again, if necessary, and especially if you have time, show the final draft to your teacher or the learning advisor and make any final changes. Then submit an electronic copy of your assignment to Canvas through Turnitin, from where your lecturer can access it. So I hope that you found those notes about how to write an assignment useful. Thank you for looking at this video. If you have any questions or if you want to suggest another issue to be explained in this series of video clips, please contact the ICL Academic Integrity team, either myself or Rashmi. And you've got our two email addresses in front of you.